Hey, friends. Um, I wanted to talk to you about this month of August and the Alamo Draft House. I have an Alamo season pass, and so I go to the Alamo Draft House a lot. It's for $20, and I get to see unlimited movies. So I'm there all the time. Whenever I'm not traveling, or or even when I am traveling and I'm in a city that has Alamo Draft House, I'll go and see movies there. Yeah, so I also get a bunch of gift cards at Costco for 25% off, and I use them for snacks over at Alamo Draft House. So, it's a lot of money saving, but a lot of value I get out of it. So, I wanted to talk to you about the movies I saw this month there. The first one I saw was the movie Trap. Easily the worst movie of the year. I should have known because it was a M. Night Shyamalan movie. His are hit or miss, but recently they've all been misses, and this one was just a huge miss. Everything about this movie was illogical and nonsensical. Even Josh Hartnett couldn't save this disaster. It was mostly, it felt like a chance to cast his daughter as a kind of Ariana Grande wannabe. I thought she was just going to be, for a little background in the movie, but she ended up like having a huge storyline, which, I just kept wanting the movie to end, and she was just there. And I don't know. I think she needs some serious acting lessons and singing lessons. In fact, she should just go back to school altogether, and M. Night should also go back to directing school again. He has really lost it with this one. Just a terrible, terrible movie. Anyway, during the movie, I got the Luck Dragon pizza and the Footloose and Fancy Free non-alcoholic drink, which were both great, and they were the best part of the movie. The second movie I saw this month was Dee Dee. This was also a pretty awful movie. It was supposed to be like a coming-of-age film, but all the characters were very unlikable, with no real character development of any kind. And these kids were just like cussing and speaking with the worst potty mouths, and it just wasn't funny. I mean, it would have been okay if it was funny, but it just wasn't. It was mostly about this kid named Dee Dee, but he also had like 8 other names, with Dee Dee being the least consequential of them all. I don't know. It also kind of had the kids using Facebook, but also America Online, and I'm not even sure that those two were around at the same time. So a lot of the movie just seemed a little off. I'd say the only saving grace was veteran actress Joan Chen, who did her best with this poorly written script. For much more superior coming-of-age movies, which are both crass and witty, I'd recommend seeing movies like Good Boys or Booksmart, and just ignore this mess altogether. And for this movie, I also drank another Footloose and Fancy Free mocktail, and it was also very good. Third movie I saw was Cuckoo. Excellent, excellent movie. A great comedy horror with Hunter Schafer and Dan Stevens both in top form. Before the movie, during the Alamo pre-show, they played the trailer for that old B movie called Motel Hell, which I've seen it, it's crazy. But I've always thought it should be called Hotel Hell, for alliteration purposes, but that's neither here nor there. Either way, I could see why they would show that in the pre-show, since the two movies sort of have a similar feel. I overall highly recommend Cuckoo. Great, great movie. And the fourth one I saw this month was Alien Romulus. Okay, that's a horrible pronunciation of it, and that sounds like the porn version of what Alien Romulus would be. But anyway, I'm a big fan of the Alien movies, as you can see. I've got my Alien, and this one was just one of the best in the franchise. It ties in mostly with the original 70s Alien movie. So I recommend you watch that one again as a refresher before going in to see this new one. It was also a sort of a love letter by director Fede Alvarez to Ridley Scott, and both his original masterpiece and also Prometheus. Um, Also, Alamo had a special menu for this one, including a Xenoburger, which I did consume, and which was almost as good as the movie. The movie was just so good, and I was just, glued to my seat the whole time. I couldn't even take restroom breaks. I didn't want to miss anything, so I probably had an accident all over the seat because this movie was scary as all get out, and I had another mocktail, and what am I going to do? Overall, this movie had some great movies as well as a few duds, of course, but it's always a good time at the Alamo, so can't wait to go back in September. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.